see it. I didn't want that. Anyway, I was just talking about the Fed funds rate here. It's gone up. Great. It's going up aggressively. Great. It's probably bad for equities. So let's go ahead and have a look at the charts. I was talking about my SPX count through here. I might need to put a motive wave here, and that's okay. Typically, we overthrow the upper trend line of a channel in a motive wave, so we really could see a new high, but, you know, if the end of cycle wave 5 isn't here, which I think it is, right? This could be cycle wave 5 ending over here, in which case we've gone through another extension, and I'll figure that out later. I still think that we could very easily be in a bear market bounce. We don't really get much bullish confirmation until we pass 4,800. Let's see how SPY is reacting to the news. I'm sure Powell's talking. There's a lot of attention on the markets, and that drives up some serious volume. SPY finding some upside, but not a new high on the day. I'll go ahead and turn on the candle chart. I know it makes it easier to conceptualize. And when you don't have the candle chart on, you can see that you don't have as much visual volatility, right? Like that little jump doesn't look all that dramatic. You turn on the candlestick chart and it's like very dramatic, but that's why I turn off the candles usually. We've got a little bearish divergence forming between these two peaks and the RSI. Probably signaling a corrective trend, right? And here it is, a little corrective trend. We'll see whether or not we get a development of a bullish motive wave through there. Probably not. Personally, the target is at 465 right now. I don't know if we're going to make that. I'm looking for a top through here. We've got probably a good start. Let's zoom in here and let's clean some of this up. I don't need a lot of these extension tools down anymore. Great, we get it. Corrective targets work. I have a C label up here. That's interesting. What's that from? Let's zoom out a little bit, figure this out. Ah, yeah, A, B, and wave C. Of course, 100% target has been reached. The symmetrical triangle target has been reached. We're deciding whether or not we're going to get an extension. Typically, we tend to find the top or the bottom of a move between the 161.8% extension and the 100% extension. That would take us between 442 and 479. This is a good spot to do it at 457. So looking for a topping pattern through here seems like a pretty appropriate thing to do, and I think we are starting to develop a double top. We don't have that confirmation yet. We'll get it once price passes below this low. I'm just going to go ahead and drop this down right here. And we'll call this double top confirmation. Confirmation. There we go. And we'll put a red dashed line there. If we get below there, then we'll put a price target down. It looks like it might be completing a motive wave on a smaller degree. I'm going to just go ahead and kind of guess what that is. I'm thinking 1, 2, or is this A, B, and C? This is probably a wave 1 through here. Probably wave 1 and 2, but not if we fail here. So this is probably 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's see here. 5, 4, 3, 2. This would be the start of that next motive wave. A weird spot to put it. That means this is probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5B, and then really, this is be a funky looking zigzag though. This is why I don't analyze SPY very much. There's probably so many wave extensions right now that are trying to just complete their counts. Like this is a corrective wave for sure. This is a corrective wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, wave 4 in a straight line shot though. It's sharp. It's true. It is sharp, and it looks a little better on the 4-hour time frame, but it's just like a straight line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More likely wave A, B, and C. Now we're seeing waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be A. This could be A. This could be a B wave, and C could come down. That'll give us that double top target, and that would be building into a very complex topping pattern, which means we could be hanging out up here for a while, probably floating between 451 and 447 for an extended period of time before finding a breakout, which means sideways is the name of the game. I'm just going to go sideways, most likely. And today is July 26th. Going to put that onto the charts and leave myself that note there. And we'll move on after taking a peek at the 1 minute chart. Ooh, yeah, getting slammed down now. This is why I don't trade SPY anymore. This is ridiculous. FOMC meeting, Jay Powell speaking, whatever. It's just nuts. Like, why would you want to trade in this environment? No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's go see AMC. How are we doing over here? It looks like we passed the $5 bullish reversal level. We have a lot of support at 491, and it's important to remember that. If 491 holds, then great. If not, whatever. I was going to share this chart the other day. I had a couple of different analyses on the AMC. It's important to always have multiple counts going at once because there are always multiple correct Elliott wave counts at any given time. And so this count was expressing the beginning of a corrective wave heading higher. And this is a messy, 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 messy chart. But we'll go into this first set of 3 back here. I believe I actually do these on the hourly time frame. Maybe I do that. Maybe I go, let's give me a year of hour, please. And then we'll zoom back into this area that I want to explain. So we came out of this big downtrend. We formed this triangle. And back here, I remember distinctly saying, wait for the breakout. We'll see which way this breaks out. I was, of course, expecting a downwards breakout, but forget the bias and watch the analysis. Price broke out higher and flew. And so I called these waves A, B, and C. Obviously, they're going to be reactionary trend waves from that incoming motive wave, which was this nasty spill down. So we had A, B, and C, which featured a nice half-staff formation or a bull flag. We got the upward breakout when price broke above 519. Price pushed out higher, and I bet you the measure rule here worked really well. Let's see. Boom. It really did. 602 would be the target, and the topped at 629. Not too shabby. We're always expecting a little overshoot of that 100% level. From there, we formed a consolidation, okay? Waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 through here. And this would have been in wave position B, but it can't be wave position B at the minute degree because this is not necessarily a horizontal triangle. Rather, I've got it labeled like it's an ending diagonal. Is this true? This is weird. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Maybe 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I should go back and watch my own videos and see how I described that. But to me, it looked like impulse A, and then we had a big rally up for B, and B set a new high. Always so confusing when wave B does that. And then a huge motive wave heading down, okay, completing wave C. 1, 2, let's see. You guys, you see that on the minuet degrees. 1, 2, and then we extended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 4 and 5. And I didn't label those. That's kind of funny. I bet you that chart was just pretty cluttered. That makes sense. I can go through and I can just label those really quickly. And 4 would have been right here. We'll edit this. We'll just add that. Yeah, and that's how we get that wave extension for C coming way down here. So I have A, B, and C in blue, and those 3 waves at the minuet degree build into the wave B at the minute degree. This is very confusing. It's very confusing. Let's just go over something really quickly. In an ABC correction, there's 2 motive waves, A and C. Now wave B has 3 waves, and just like a corrective phase, it has 2 motive waves, A and C, right? And that's what you're seeing here. And what happens is that frequently you get a new high or a new low out of these clashing corrective waves. And I say clashing because impulse A is heading higher. B wants to go down, right? But B doesn't go down. Impulse A through here did not form a horizontal triangle. This was some sort of bullish triangle, which I figured out somehow. I was probably looking for A, B, and C, and that's another correct way to count this, but I have this currently labeled as A, and then those 3 waves compose B, because I had to get this big push from $4.43 all the way up to $8 as wave C. And look where that topped, $8. You remember this? Price came from about $4 and ran to about $8. It's kind of like deja vu. It took a lot more time though. This happened over a couple of weeks, it looks like, in February, not in a single day. There was a lot of motive waves building through here, and the divergences in the RSI were pretty indicative of that. Implied volatility started to fall as we came up to these highs. And so we knew that we'd be moving sideways for quite a while. I got an arrow here. Geez, how would I know that this was a top? I probably didn't know this was a top, but I'm sure it was pretty obvious once we got this head and shoulder going through here. Yeah. And as soon as that happened, guess what? We started a motive wave count at the minute degree. 1, 2, 3, and then A, B, and C for 4, and then 5 brought us to 402. And this was a big bearish continuation level, right? Price rejected and moved higher again. And because now we're correcting this 5-wave motive wave count at the minute degree, we're going to start looking for A, B, and C. And sure enough, we got A, B, and C. And I think this is where I actually need to change some of my charting here. I think my wave degrees got a little mixed up, which tends to happen. Let me just say that we had A. You can see I was using the next degree higher, but I want to take that off. I want to say this is A, B, and C. And so what we get is A, B, C, A, and maybe this is actually A, B, and C for B, and ooh, that's tasty. That's very tasty. I like that a lot. What if this, that's what I was getting at. What if this minute degree trend heading down from 806 to $3 earlier this year, what if this is actually building into impulse A at the minor degree? There we go. And now we're looking at A, B, and C through here for wave B. Okay, nice. And that gives us a C wave occurring between converging trend lines through here, which is rather bullish. Now I was following this pattern for a while, and on a smaller time degree, we started moving through a triangle through here, and I was following this too. We got the upward breakout from that triangle, and then we kind of saw that big bullish push out of this. This is a true falling wedge through here. True falling wedge. There you go. There it is. And bullish reversal at 443. That's very near the 450 level I was following on the other chart. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It really does. Of course, we had the big breakout, and that gives us impulse A. And we're back to corrective waves. And the reason why we're back to corrective waves is because we still haven't set a new high above this 810 level. This is still a really important high over here. This 823 level, breaking that will really signal something bullish. Now here's the kicker. You ready for this? If this is actually impulse A, we're going to duplicate that notation and bring it down. Then this is actually wave B. And it's composed of 3 waves inside of it because it's a corrective wave. I'm going to go ahead and label those very quickly. We've got wave A at the minute degree, the bounce for wave B, and then we duplicate, we come down here, and we call this C. A, B, and C at the minute degree, building into wave B at the minor degree. Now, I know that there's a lot of hype online and stuff about how this cannot be. Wow, price ran 100% and it's down again. Like, wow, this is ridiculous. And it's not. I'm sorry, it's not. You had an impulse of this was a big impulse wave, okay? It's very tall. Zoom out, okay? This is not that big of a wave. It's really, really not. It's just how quickly it happened that's really peculiar, and it's because it's a news event. And unfortunately, what that does is it also brings on a corrective wave that's just as swift, and that's what the A, B, and C has been. The upside here is if it is an ABC correction, we can take our extension tool, measure the height of wave A, and then add that to the bottom of wave B, and your next target's at 846 in a big ABC. And you know when you get up here that there's going to be a lot of hype. And apes will probably pump the stock all the way back up to 1065 to reach this downtrend at that time. All right. And on my other charts, I was saying that too. If we break above this high at $8 and 1050s, 1065, that's a good target. Test that downtrend. that downtrend is the prevailing downtrend from forever ago. Yes, and it looks like I might have used the candlesticks to have drawn this one. But again, we're going through a lot of wave extensions heading down, so we're going to get a lot of sideways chop as those waves conclude. It makes sense, though, that they will ultimately be smaller in height each time as each wave degree that has extended concludes. It's a long way of saying that we're going sideways for a while, probably. A while. Now, if this downtrend breaks, that's really where we start talking very, 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 very bullish things, right? And we start, like, if you wanted to, in the most extreme way to analyze this chart, let's just do this for fun. Sure, we'll use this chart. Is to say that we had a corrective impulse, right? Ba-boom. And this is actually wave 5, I think, is up here. But whatever. We'll use this peak, take it down to the low here. And, you know, the extension target's at like 101. So if the meme stocks continue to meme stock, the next little quote squeeze would probably be up to about $100. And I think that's where people are getting that target from. I don't think I would bet on that. Like, really, I wouldn't. Basically, the company's not worth that much. It's just not. And to have the price rise that much is wildly irrational. It's like, this is not what the equities markets were ever intended to do. The point was never to get rich quick, but I know that's what a lot of people are doing in AMC stock, right? There's all this like moral grandstanding about how the markets operate and short sellers and blah, 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 but really people just want to get rich, right? They're being sold the idea that they won't have to work anymore, or, you know, they'll have riches if they can buy into AMC stock. And it's like the lottery. It's the same mentality as the lottery. And to see, you know, a stock used like that is terrible. Part of me wonders if that's not being encouraged by some market participants in order to profit, right? It's possible. It's very possible. So something to watch out for is the way information is used to move stocks, because that's what it is. It's information and attention, and social media has been used to do that. I mean, look at this volume. This is nuts. And of course, you know, you can look at Google Trends and just see what AMC and MOAS trends look like, and kind of look at the stock price and go, wow, those things have some correlation. And it's like, yeah, they do. Looks like we got a little pop here in AMC. Let's zoom in just a little bit. Let's go into a candlestick chart. Let's have a peek. Looks like we got a little run going right now. Nice and healthy, coming off of 491. Some volume pushing up. Nice basing pattern through here, really. Looks pretty good, right? And now we've got 3 waves pushing higher. Let's zoom it out a little bit onto the hourly through here. When does this actually turn bullish again is the question, right? Because we've definitely had like a downtrend break. We haven't seen a new low set. So this low becomes bearish continuation. Whoops. You can see the volume petering off is the biggest sign to me that the rally is over. It's all about volume in the meme stocks, like just 100%. Bearish continuation. And we'll just put that down. Where are we actually bullish? If this is an ABC correction and wave B is down here, this should be capitalized, I think, because this is a capital, and that matters in your Elliott wave annotations. When do we know we're actually in wave C? Well, let's turn on the line chart again, because that's going to help me just cut out some of this. Whoa, I don't want an area chart. I would like the line chart, please. This will help me figure it out, and I think if I get a little more definition in the waves, that's going to help too. And let's see if this is all A, then B starts here. I need to find 5 touch points, right? If this is A of a triangle, can this be B, C, D, and E? No, I want E probably to be down here. I bet you this is the bullish trend line to break, because this is the downtrend after the corrective bounce. A, B, C, forming B, yes. Yeah, so we're probably bullish once we break this downtrend, and we're pretty close to doing that, aren't we? Let's just clean this up a little bit, get this drawn really tight on the 1 minute charts using a magnet to make sure we get the exact high. And coming down through here, boom. This is the downtrend to break. Okay? Nice. If we can break that downtrend, then we're probably moving into wave C. And whether or not wave C has the strength of wave A is the question, right? And honestly, I don't think it will, unless AMC has another news event, right? And that's not something that anyone can really predict. How do you tie in after hours when measuring your waves? Asks AMC Buttercorns. So, when I look at the price data, I just always include the after hours, and you can kind of see that in these holes in the volume. Nothing there, right? And so for me, it's not really about how do I fit them into the waves. They're just part of the waves. Like typically, after hours and pre-market are low volume, and so there's not a lot of movement. So generally, they tend to signal corrective signals, which is fine because at open, we have, of course, a lot of attention and a lot of orders going through, and it creates motive waves. And I think that's why people watch gaps at open and such, is because we're assuming that we're making motive waves. But what happens if we, in pre-market, form motive waves, then the open actually flips into a corrective wave pattern, and those corrective wave patterns then correct that gap and fill between the open and the prior close. Does that make sense? Let's go find a gap. Let's look for a gap. And we'll do it on the daily time frame. Is there like a recent gap? I mean, that gap, right? And maybe we do use these gaps here. Let's check it out. See what happens. Okay, so when did markets close? Right here on this bar. This is a 15-minute time frame chart, right? So each bar is 15 minutes. Markets close. We have a surge in volume, right? And then we have wave A of a corrective wave. Remember, this is wave B at the cycle degree, right? Why is wave A up here? This is confusing me now. This is A. This is B. Gonna label this, and then duplicate this for C. Right, 3 waves, and then see what I'm doing here? I'm just like, I got my chart mixed up, and now I'm changing my wave degrees, so it makes sense. It's dumb. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We'll make it make sense again. It's just all for example. And then this is actually wave A. But I guess there's something to be learned here about using wave degrees appropriately. So if this is impulse A, then we formed an impulse for A at the wave degree smaller at the minuet degree. When markets opened on, what day was this? 7/24, what'd we get? 1, 2, and 3. We got 3 waves trying to create that corrective form. Is that correct? Let's look at that. This is 7/25. This is 7/24. So we opened. This is hard to do on these big gaps. What is this? What time was this? This is 1 p.m. after hours. And then we start heading down in pre-market in a motive wave. Right. Market opens and we start to come up again. And then why does that daily candle look so weird? Let's really make sure we get this right. 7/25 and 7/24. Price opens at 584 and closes at 585. So that pre-market, that after hours run was through here, and then we started this giant run. So 622 to 487. 682 is up here. Interesting. Is there price data anomalies in Thinkorswim? Don't tell me that there's some sort of weird anomaly. This is 7/24 right here, the first bar. and I show an open at 584, okay, and then it closes here at 588. So wasn't the high higher though? This bar looks funny. So big open. That was this bar. This is 724. That's 725. This is 724. Wow. Okay. Right. Oh, because the high occurred outside of the daily candles. So we had this big corrective bounce up at open. Right? Yes. Big corrective bounce at open to correct the motive wave. There were 2 back-to-back motive waves in after hours and pre-market. How annoying. That's so hard on my brain. Most underrated YouTuber doing TA. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Ryan T, how's it going? You know, I'm wearing my shirt from my AMC trading days. What just happened to SPY? I mean, I'm sure it was Powell. Absolutely. How's it going, T-Man? All right, I was just going over AMC here. Look, long short of it is we've got the corrective impulse from the gap, motive wave gap that formed in pre-market and after hours. And whatever. Okay, B, and then we'll see if we get wave C. If we break this downtrend, we're not really looking for an extension or a new high unless we break 878. Let's look at SPY. SPY. Give me SPY. There we go. Whoa. Whoa. Woo. There you go. That's SPY these days, isn't it? Where did we open at? Let's see. Let's go get a daily candle going. Zoom in here. I mean, it's still not that impressive, right? But we opened at 454. It's still kind of a low volume day. We have a couple hours of market left. Applied volatility is dropping. Blow off top confirmation at 77. Not there. Double top confirmation. We're just kind of floating around right now, to be honest. Let's zoom into an hourly time frame. And we got a big tall candle. Yeah, watch this. It's the most annoying chart pattern ever. You've seen it once, you've seen it twice, but you've never seen it like this. We're probably going to move through some sort of like broadening pattern. And we're going to see like some pretty wild price swings. If I do this and that 161.8 extension reaches 451, oh my God. Like, where does it have to be? Pretty close? Pretty close. Pretty close. We could be in wave B. Could be a wave B bounce. Nice hit of that trend line though on this time frame. Let's see here. What happens if I connect these lows? Right? We got a channel. We got a channel going. And we have a low here, which means this can't be 1 and 2. This is probably A, B, and C. And then maybe A, B, and C. And so what we're looking for again is A, B, and C. A lot of A, B, and C's going through here. This can't be a motive wave. This can be a motive wave though. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. A, B, and C, maybe. B and C. This could be impulse. This could be impulse. This could be A, B, and C. Ooh, we could be watching a new impulse wave. Does that look like impulse to anyone? That looks like impulse to me. That's probably a new impulse wave. Wow. Okay, so let's just do some like granular analysis here. And let me annotate what I just wrote. And shoot, I don't want to use the wrong wave degree. I want to use the right wave degree. To use the right wave degree, I'm going to have to analyze all of this. The thought of which drives me nuts. I don't want to do it. Okay, let's just figure out what the correct wave degree is, and I'll go from there. All right. So if this is wave B at the, this is the wrong color. If it's at the super cycle degree, I want to make it blue. Again, this isn't the same wave degree I'm using on SPX, right? But anyway, so this is a motive wave, wave C, which I have also shown in yellow, but I want to be in blue. We're going to have some wave extensions, right? At least 2 of them. Let's open up the RSI here. I don't get enough hits of overbought and oversold on the daily. I'm going to go to the 4 hour, make it a little easier for myself. We get overbought on the RSI back here. This is probably 1, 2, ending right here, right? Okay, bullish divergence. And then we get our next wave for 3, A, B, and C for 4, and then we could be in wave 5. I forgot to count my degrees. Here we go. So cycle, this would be a cycle degree A. Actually, this is a capital. This is intermediate, not super cycle. And these are minutes. That's kind of a weird, I mean, those are small wave degrees for these time frames, but it's all for examples, so it doesn't really matter, right? We'll just, you just want to make sure you understand how the degrees function in terms of fractaling, and you're fine. So if we're in intermediate wave A, then we're actually looking for minor A. And really it's 1. And then it's 2. And then let's assume we're in a 3rd wave extension because it's SPY, come on. And this is the peak of 1, this is the bottom of 2. The extension target for 3 is 453. Hey! Fancy that! Would you look at that? Okay, probably a good indication. This is really what's going on, is we've extended 1. And yeah, 1 being 3 waves. Don't even get me started. Drives me nuts. And this is a degree. This is the minute degree now. We're back to the minute degree because we are below minor. And this one's white. And then stop it. Stop it. Duplicate this one for 2. And I'll use the RSI here to kind of confirm whether or not these are motive waves. RSI oversold right there. Corrective. And then 3 comes way up here. Watch this extension tool too. I bet you this works here too. Ooh, yeah. 3 can be right here. 4, 5. Zooming in now because if I'm straining my eyes to look, you definitely need to strain your eyes too. Duplicate. And I think I said there, right? Let's do it again. First of all so yeah, it's got to be 1, 2, 3. I guess it could be 4 and 5. Funky looking motive wave, right? That's what SPY does. Makes funky looking motive waves. I mean, it fits the channel. Looks like a 3 wave. Could have been a 3 wave, and then it wasn't. When it reversed, it's at a new high. Dumb. 3. Put that there. And we'll take this extension tool again, and we're going to measure carefully wave 1. You see how that 100% extension comes to 427? I have that minute wave 3 in white labeled just above there. That means we could have waves 4 and 5. I like that. I'm gonna do that. When I'm checking that extension on wave 3, I'm just making sure that's longer than wave 1 because wave 3 can't be the shortest wave. That's just the fastest way to verify it. And then wave 5 is for you to do whatever if you've made those 2 checks. Here we've actually got a nice flat correction for 4 and a nice sharp correction for 2. So alternation informs between corrective waves 2 and 4. Beautiful, beautiful. And then wave 5 comes up. Here. Okay. And then let's see here. We're looking for A, B, and C. That was easy. Duplicate. Pull this down to here. Man. SPY is so hard to analyze, but we can do it. What's dumb is that we're just like on this tiny wave degree, and I'm gonna really like this count and then absolutely hate that I started so low on the cycles, and then I'll have to go back, I'll have to relabel everything, or maybe I'll just start a blank chart with the right wave degrees going. I don't know. Okay, in which case we have seen another wave 1. So what degree are we fulfilling here? Minor wave 3. 4. And we're building into minor wave 5. Okay, so 5 is in progress. Wait, and 5 is a number. Minor wave 5 is a number, as I know them. Okay, there we go. And so then we're looking at impulse. Let's see, we got a bearish divergence here. So these are probably waves 3 and 5 of 1, and this is at the minute degree. Okay. And we are building wave 2. We're building wave 2, or maybe we've already had wave 2. I would say that wave 2 probably hasn't finished yet. I mean, we could say this is wave 2 and we're off to the races for wave 3. But it would make sense that, let's see, at the minute degree, we're not really reaching oversold, are we? We did for 2. We did it for 4. A didn't. B didn't. C didn't. Where are we at? 61. How far do we get? 50. Yeah, that could be the end of wave 2. And we're starting wave 3. Or wave 5 went through a third, is in its current third wave extension. This could be 1, 2, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, trying to do 3 of 3. But I just really like the bearish divergence through here between waves 3 and 5 probably of that extension. So now we can zoom in and we can look at that. We can understand that we did finish a motive wave count at that peak on 719. And what that does is it helps me understand what I'm looking for in terms of corrective waves. I want to find the motive wave completion down, and then I want to look for 3 waves that form the B wave and then C. So we'll get going there. Remember, impulse could be wave C, and that's kind of what I was looking at earlier. Let's see here. The SPY is about to take a big dump, I think. The TD9s on the weekly and monthly are converging, my man. Exactly, yeah. That's kind of what this count's getting at. I'm getting at, we are in a motive wave. It could be wave C, and we're completing the 5th wave of that wave C, and we'll see whether or not it extends. We could be wrapping it up very shortly, very, very shortly. In which case, maybe we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sideways and 5. We might be doing that. I might be relabeling this A, B, and C at the minute degree and pulling them back. Look, here's another correct wave count, all right? This could be A, B, and C. And that could give me wave 4. And then guess what? This is wave 1. This is another correct count. And and this forecasts a more immediate dump incoming, right? 3, 4 is flat, okay? And that's kind of where we're at with our double top, is we're seeing if we're going to break that 4 low. And we could be moving through wave 5 right now, okay? And if that's the case, I'm like sideways most likely here. If this is the case, then that minute wave 5 completes this minor wave 5, completes this intermediate wave 5, or C, and that completes our A, B, and C correction coming out of this triangle. In which case, bear market back on, you know? So that's a more immediate wave count. It's always tempting to try to get the end of the chart to be like the end of a wave, and I don't always want to do that. First of all, I actually like this better, I think. Yeah, I like this better. I'm going to do that. Yeah. SPY, topping out, hardcore. I think so. I really do. Makes sense. Let's see. And if this is waves 1 and 2, then this target here is actually bogus. And so I'm going to delete that target. And this is kind of a major update to my SPY analysis right now, but that's okay. We'll run with it. We're gonna take what I'm doing here is I just want to measure the height of this wave 1, and it was $28 or about 7.5%, and wave 5 tends to be of similar height. So here we go. $28 would bring us to 460. We didn't quite get there, right? 6.5%. Again, wave 5 is comparable to wave 1. It doesn't need to be like exactly. We very, 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 very well and very easily could be finishing the rally in SPY. when I extend this extension tool here from impulse 1 to corrective wave 2 at the minor degree, that wave 3 target would be up here at 161.8, right? So it's also possible that we just finished wave 3. So I can see that there may be more room for upside. But again, also, it's very possible that we are topping out. It just depends on how many extensions we get. So yes, 479 is a possible target. But again, if we were to top out here, this wave count would support that. And it makes a lot of sense to me, especially with the TD sequentials. I've been watching Ron Walker's channel, and he's been calling a top for a long time. And I think that he makes a common mistake that I make, or a mistake I commonly make. And that is to see a topping pattern at a small wave degree and then call it the top. But then there are still other wave degrees that are longer and bigger that still need to complete their tops. And so price continues to push higher. And it's not that you're wrong. It's just that you have to wait for all of those wave degrees to come to a top before you get the biggest wave degree, which everyone will notice. And it kind of works like that. Like the attention of the markets, of the media, of traders, you can almost describe it in degrees, where not everyone is totally tuned into the 1 minute chart of AMC or the 15-minute chart or the hourly chart, right? Or the daily chart. But when weekly highs and lows are break, sometimes media notices that. And you get more and more people, like the amount of people aware of a stock's price movement is kind of relative to the wave degrees of that stock. Where if AMC makes like a grand super cycle move like it did, probably that's probably what the $2 to $72 was, like everybody knows about it. So anyway, try to only catch that biggest wave degree. Let all the small wave degrees complete their tops first and wait for that biggest degree, the degree that everyone will notice, and then call that top. Because the markets are always moving through regression and progression at the same time, and they do that by conflicting in the wave degrees. Anyway. SPY looks like Loch Ness Monster. Yeah, right? It's just like, kind of does. Just do a little chart drawing there, make it look like that. Yeah, we see the same picture. Check out our chat. I posted a few pics of my chart on Discord. They're asking, probably on the Discord, right? No SPY trading. Oh, that's you, Rhino. What's up? Here's the SPY daily. Check out the weekly. Yeah, you see what I see, right? I see you have some Wyckoff over here too, and that's pretty cool. I need to get into Wyckoff. It's true. Looks like, yeah, TD sequential at the 9 count, and it could go to 13, right? Like it could still push up a little higher. And the monthly chart looks scary. Yeah, it does. Monthly chart does look scary. RSI could reach 70 before we push down, though. Really, it could. Something to always look for on the monthly chart. I'd have to take a look actually, but let's pop back into the minute time frame here and let's see how we're doing, because we decided that I did this whole thing to establish that we had motive heading down at July 19. Okay, so July 19 is right here. So I'm saying that this is the beginning of a corrective phase through here, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a downtrend through here, and you can see that there's not like you can see the trend reversal, right? You can see where it happens right here, and we don't get like a clean motive wave, right? No. What do we get from SPY? We get some sort of broadening pattern. Of course we do. And it's not even that clean of a pattern. It's just confusing. Probably looking at 1, 2, 1, 2, probably 1, 2. I don't know. The A, maybe B, C, X, A, B, C, bigger X. And then A, B, and C. That's gotta be like, this is a complicated corrective wave. Very complicated. And the reason why I say that is because it's really hard to find a valley that's not retraced by a peak later. And that's where we find waves 1 and 4 is between, where those overlaps don't occur. But here it's like every dip is overlapped in the future at some point in time. So it's gotta be just a smattering of A and B waves connecting with X waves. X, Y, and Z probably, if you were to actually like break it down. Let me just show you. Like, I hate corrective waves like that. And I do my best just to not even label them because they can go on forever. I mean, not forever. I mean, theoretically, they could go on forever, right? You never make any progress, then yeah, you're going to be doing that. Like, page 52 of the Elliott wave principle, it's just like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Can you see this? Let's see here. It's like, you know, like that. I don't want to count that. I don't want to count that. No, thank you. At any rate, so this is probably A, and then wave B, looking for a B wave. This thing looks pretty strong. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly, and then A, B, C. Okay. And then again, we're looking for motive heading higher through here, through this weird thing. Could be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. No, that can't be 3. Maybe this is the beginning of impulse. When you have these big dips like this must be reactionary. A double reactionary wave. Look at SPY. SPY's topping out. It's just topping out. I could not look at SPY and find like a bullish count. I just, at this point, it's just like, there's too much overlap in the price. Look at this thing go. What's going on? It's just dropping. Okay, well, let's turn on the candles. Let's look at the red. Holy cow. Holy cow. Good. That's impulse, baby. Oh my God. Can someone drop in the Discord what Powell just said? It's got to be something Powell just said, right? Like, it's got to be. Maybe Yahoo Finance will have a blip it on it. What are you saying, dude? What are you saying? I got to put on my headphones here. Unmute here. Okay, go. I was just saying that. Okay. Wish I had some popcorn. Do I have the system sound on here? Let me see. I don't.
And it's made us confident that we can go ahead and raise interest rates now for the third time since the March events. It seems like the economy is weathering this well. But of course, we're watching it carefully and expect to continue to do that.
Hi, Chair Powell. Thanks for taking our questions. Megan Casella with Barron's. I wondered on wages if you were at all concerned about any inflationary impact of wages now outpacing inflation, which is likely contributing to the boost in consumer sentiment and the continued strength of the consumer that we've been seeing.
Well, wages in excess of inflation means real wages are positive. Again, that's a great thing. Of course, we want that. We want people to have real wages, but we want wages to be going up at a level that's consistent with 2% inflation over time. As I mentioned, nominal wages have been coming down gradually, and that's what we want to see. We expect to see more of that. That's just more of what's consistent over a longer period of time. We don't really think that wages were an important cause of inflation in the first year or so of the outbreak. But I would say that wages are probably an important issue going forward. Labor market conditions broadly.
Powell kind of low-key implied that we were in a price-wage spiral earlier this year. And, well, now we're starting to pick that up again, aren't we? Yeah, so maybe wave one. I mean, the whole wave two inflation thing, that argument, I get that. And it's very possible we do get more inflation moving forward and that it dominate the headlines again and market movements. Silly SPY. Silly SPY. Look at SPY go. Okay, let's check on AMC here. How is AMC doing in this turbulent time? Rejecting off that downtrend we're looking for to confirm a wave C push higher. If we don't get that downtrend break and we don't get that C wave count up higher, then we're going to relabel the charts again, and that's going to be a bummer. Let's go to GameStop, see how GameStop's doing. Just sideways. Just sideways. Sideways trading intensifies. Make it bigger. Make it italics. Sideways trading intensifies. There you go. Moving in a triangle like this. I just want to see it break out. Like, you know, I'm always like more bullish on GameStop, and I haven't really covered GameStop much. I was holding GameStop shares in Computer Share, and they were DRS. I even had a couple certificated, which was cool. You know, Computer Share has a great service, and I did all my research, made sure everything went through, or that Computer Share only used an internal broker. They didn't go anywhere else, which is good. And I did all the things. Always like super really bullish on GameStop, holding that thing long. I let go of the GameStop shares a while ago as well, so I'm not trading AMC or GameStop, of course. I'm still watching these, and between AMC and GME, like, I love going to the movies, and I went to the movies a lot throughout 2020 and 2021, less in 2022, and now it's like I'm unemployed, so it's like my disposable income is like gone, so I'm not doing that right now. I want to see AMC do well as a company. I really do. GameStop has a closer spot to my heart because, you know, I was already a customer of GameStop like my whole life. I just want to see it break out. It's still just going sideways. It's very frustrating to watch it grind sideways. But let's go to another stock. Let's go to PLBY. Ta-da! Finally, we're getting a breakout of this triangle over here. And we're in a corrective trend right now after that big motive wave push up. You can see volume right now is pretty high on PLBY. That's a good volume spike, huge volume spike. And it's occurring at the end of this symmetrical triangle. We're getting this big breakout. Zooming into the minute time frame here. Let's try to get an idea of what's going on. 1, 2, see how we have an overlap right here. Do we have an overlap? Turning on the line chart because this thing doesn't move enough to really use candles. Yeah, that could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be wave A of a correction. We're looking for B. We could see most of this progress retraced. We really, really could, which I really don't like to say, obviously. But we could be in an ABC correction where we're coming back down to test the trend line that forms the pattern, which actually is logical and shouldn't surprise anyone. That's very common. You break out and then you come back, you touch that trend line to test it, and then once you get that next high, this is really where that bullish continuation target comes from. You've got to make it all the way back up. Bullish continuation. Ta-da. There we go. Get rid of that. I don't want to see that corrective target. What's really weird is this big dip through here. This was one... Let me just turn on the candles again here so you see what I'm talking about. It's 1 minute's worth of data. And it was like, you know, exactly like the first minute of pre-market. And it's just one candle and then it's like, ba-doop, ba-doop, all done. And the volume is like 711. I don't know. I'm like, do I want to use that in my price data? Like, it's hanging out down here on the hourly. You can see it. When I turn on the line chart, it's like, if anything, it shows that there's support there, and we do have rising valleys. Not so bad. And this new high takes out all of these previous peaks, which is fantastic. It means that we're finishing up some wave extensions to the downside here, because I think we have alternating 3 and 5 waves. 5 and 3, 5 and 3. I think I have this labeled actually on the 15-minute time set over here like this. I zoom in through here. It's a complicated chart. It's a very complicated chart, and I've been changing my chart to try to figure out how to fit this, again, single minutes worth of price data into the whole analysis, because I don't just want to chop it out. And I know that seems silly, but I just really think it's better that way. So I got the minute wave 1 or A, and then I have, I have to bump this up a wave degree. 4, 5. So I need to bump this up a wave degree, or this up a wave degree. Let's see. This is going to be annoying, and I am upset that I have to do this. That's okay. That's okay. Let's go. This is going to be wave B, A, B, and C. You can see at the minuet degree, I don't have to change anything. But at the minute wave, I do. This is why it's good to keep the analysis and do the wave degrees. I always talk about having multiple wave degrees figured out because it kind of helps you triangulate. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So we can call this, I think we have to call this wave A, don't we? A, B, and then motive up for C. And at the minute degree. Duplicate this guy, pull it up here. Okay. And, oof, I'm like, actually, this is wave A. B. C. Way out here. I want C to be a motive wave, though. What's it gonna be? If this is motive, and this is corrective, and then this is motive. You remember when I had this wave extension back here, and I was like, I'm not really sure where this wave extension goes. Is this 3, 4, and 5? That's how I originally labeled it. I wonder if that is actually pretty correct. Oh, yeah, it's all coming together. And then it's A, B, and C. Those three waves form B. Get these minuet degrees, sub-minuet degrees out of here. What that does is that gives me... and this happens a lot in a triangle where you get 2 consecutive touches on a trend line. You've got your 3 waves there, right? And those two touch points on that trend line, those are B and C, typically, or A and B. I think that might alternate actually when it's complicated. Don't worry about it. Let's just say C. So we have A, B, C. All right, okay. Then what? Then we started like a whole new triangle through here, right? 1, 2, 3, maybe, or 1, and then A, B, and C. A, B, and C. How am I going to get this low into this count? I'm going to do it. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to do it right now. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. That's a weird count. I want it. Okay, this low retraces every low except for this one. So this could be 1 and maybe A, B. That would still work. C into a sideways correction? Into a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. Overthrow. New impulse. I did it. And damn it. I have to relabel everything again. So in a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, the 5, okay, we're gonna clean up the chart because this incoming downtrend is sloppy. I don't need this uptrend. I'm gonna get rid of some miscellaneous sorts of annotations through here. Get rid of extension tools, trends, extension tools, really clean up the chart here. Retracement levels, corrective form trend lines. Is that looking better? We're going to get rid of pretty much everything but that bullish continuation level and the bearish confirmation level. I mean, you can see that 1 minute was outside of there and price just rejected that idea. It was like, nope, we are not going down. And now we more clearly see at the minuet degree A, B, and C, and then A, B, and C. And then that's 3 and 3, and then we're looking for a 5 waveform, right? We're going to make this 1 again because we're saying that wave 2 is formed out of 3, 3, 5. And in that case, let's see here. We have B up here, and this is A again. Let me go back and just make it the way it was before I messed it up. And then I'll describe the 5 as a triangle through here. All right, we have those touch points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then with fifth. Remember, wave 5 or E in a triangle often overthrows the AC line, which would be the uptrend technically, which it did, and it reversed instantly. So I want to describe that let's see. We're going to have to get rid of this one because that clutters that pattern up pretty badly. And I'm going to color this white. So if this is E, then D, C, B, A. This is actually the beginning of the C wave. So there's a connection through here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, A. Yep, that's an A wave. B, C, D, E. It works. It works, ladies and gentlemen. And what's dumb is this trend line is like, look at this. Truly, it comes way back here. Look at this. It was like a giant uptrend test. Almost like this is actually impulse 1. This is actually wave 2. And wave 2 is built up this massive 335. But this 335 only starts after this impulse. Is this... One of these is 4 and 5 at a higher wave degree, finishing a downtrend. Look at this big inverted head and shoulder coming through here, and then this big handle. This is a massive bottom in Playboy. I'm sorry, but Playboy's got a big butt. This is a big bottom. Big bottom, and we're seeing, I think it's wave 3 start to build. And while the price did drop this low, and as much as I hated figuring out how that fits into the price, what's really nice is the height of that low is now going to be used in my measure rule. So, take that. That's waves 1 and 2 of a smaller degree, which in this case would be minuet. Whoops. Minuet. And I'm going to color it blue like I always do with the minuet degree. 2 coming through here. Looking funky. Looking corrective. And then 3 pushing up. And really, is it going to be A, B, and C? I'm not even going to start. I'm going to start with 1 and 2. And wave 3 targets 227. This is kind of like where I would expect to see us going from here. What we're doing right now is we're going through a wave extension of the third wave. So we'll call this 1 and 2. We'll zoom into the minute time frame. And we see the downtrend's already breaking, which is great. But it seems like we should have gotten another wave down, right? But it's possible we don't. It's possible we don't. It's possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is actually A, B, and C right through here, where the 5 wave truncates, so it's not the actual like top, not the tippy top. And we go down here. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So when I have waves below the sub-minuet degree to show, I like to just put a minus sign behind the annotation. I need to figure out these lows back here. What was your low? 177. What was your low? 177. They're exactly the same. No progress here, right? But we can probably call these, quote, microwaves 1 and 2. And then 3... I don't know where 3 would be. That's a funny thing to do. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Trying to show the third wave. Where's wave 3 start? It probably starts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For 1. So this is like 2 wave degrees smaller. And then 2 is flat. That's confusing too. Wow. Is this, no, that's 1. This is 2, A, B, and C. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. It just, this is after hours, right? So again, it kind of looks, wait, this isn't after hours at all. This is totally market hours. Playboy doesn't move sometimes for like a long time. Wow. That was a long stretch through here into close. But we're moving now. All right. So anyway, maybe I'm trying to figure out. Oh, yeah. So I was going peak of 5, bottom of 4, peak of 3, bottom of 2, top of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then A, B, and C. Correct target 188. Low at 188. In which case we're actually done correcting, and now we're heading into the next impulse of our motive trend. duplicate. And let's see, let's do this. Let's take this, turn off 100%, and we'll use the blue because this one's at the minuet degree. And we'll start labeling what wave 3 would be up here. And what you're going to notice is that these targets for the minuet degree in blue and the subminuet degree in yellow are very close together. And this is why I say that we get these extensions oftentimes terminating in consolidation patterns, is because you're waiting for wave degrees to resolve. For instance, let's say we get wave 3, and this is going to be like theoretical, okay? This is theoretical. But if we get wave 3 and we just push up to 224, we then enter a wave 4 correction, which would be inherently sideways, okay? Because this looks like a sharp correction, a zigzag A, B, and C, so I'm looking for alternation. And then wave 5 would be relative to the height of wave 1, right? It doesn't have to be, though, but it may be. Here, that's 177 to $2. That's about 23 cents. So show me wave 5 up to, what am I at right now? Like 250. Show me, really? 23 cents plus 223. Okay. Yeah, we'll just really? Really? I don't know. Seems a little too much, doesn't it? Takes us beyond our 161.8 extension. So we'll temper this. We'll temper this to say we're likely, not that's likely, but theoretically we top out between 100 and 161.8. We get a sideways correction, and then we find wave 5, right? And I'm going to delete all of this later, of course. 3, 4, duplicate, 4, 5. And this is so hypothetical, and it's not supposed to all be shown on like I'm not saying this is what's going to happen today. We're not going to close at like 2:30. Like, that's not what I'm saying. This will probably be like out here in the future somewhere, but just like so it looks good on the chart, we'll just do it this way. TD Ameritrade's giving us so many hours that won't be traded at all, so it creates all this empty space. But forget about it. Just conceptualize with me. This is the top then of wave 3, right? And then we get A, B, and C to retrace wave 5. And then guess what happens? We also get 1, 2, and 3 for wave B, which I'm going to show here actually. Because remember when I'm saying sometimes that first impulse, it's like actually 3 waves. Doesn't that make sense? Because wave 4 at the minuet degree, it's going to have 3 waves in it, right? And so is the reactionary trend for wave 5, A, B, and C. That could be 4. Wave 4 through here could extend into like a double 3 or whatnot. And it probably will, right? Probably will. This A, B, and C will build wave 4, and then we'll probably get wave 5. Notice how wave 5 will go at the minuet degree. So we're gonna color this one blue, and then we're gonna get 3 waves of correction after we get wave 5, right? We get A, B, and C. And what can very easily happen is we start, all of a sudden, we start looking for our chart patterns again, right? We might get some sort of broadening pattern, like a reverse triangle, and it just depends on the nature of the waves. Like, and then just imagine that at a higher wave degree, let's see here, if this is A, B, and C after we get 5, what is our next highest degree? We're at the minute degree 2, right? And this would be finishing minute wave 1 up here. And then we'd get A, B, and C of wave 1 as well, right? So 5 would have 3 reactions at the 70 wet degree, A, B, and C. And then 4 might get its own A, B, and C. This might be A of 4. This could be B and C. Okay, and then this is how we do it. We get 5. Then we get another A, B, and C of 5, right? And that completes 1. And then we get like another A, B, and C of whatever the minute degree is. Let's just do this. And we'll actually do this too. Basically what I'm trying to show here is that if you're completing a motive wave of 3 degrees at the sub-minuet, the minuet, and the minute degree, you're going to have 3 corrective waves of each of those wave degrees. And as you move up in wave degree, the amplitude and price swings can become higher. It can become smaller or it can become higher. That's just depending on whether or not you're getting the contracting or the expanding pattern. I hate the expanding patterns. I prefer the contracting patterns. But basically, that's what you get, right? And this gives us a bigger waveform, right? Then we'll call all of this maybe 1 and then 2. And thus price goes fractaling. Anyway, that's kind of complicated and kind of convoluted and maybe doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm still trying to figure out how to express it in a way that makes more sense, but I feel like that wasn't too bad. Like that wasn't too hard to conceptualize, right? Yeah. Okay. Whew. So that was kind of a lot of Playboy, and we can still see that the price is climbing now. So yeah, it looks like we've had bullish reversal here on a small time frame. We're looking for sub-mini wet wave 3 to push up higher now. It looks like we're reaching over bought in the RSI. Good indication that we're starting a new motive wave. We're hitting that a couple different times. So we'll watch this build out, probably move up to the upside. Let's go ahead and go to SPY. SPY is being stupid. SPY is so dumb sometimes. I don't even know why I watch SPY. That was a big dump and then a lot of sideways grinds. Kind of an inverted head and shoulder look through here. I don't know. Let's check out Tesla. See what Tesla's up to. Let's go up to the hourly and put on the line chart. And I'm kind of following this correction through here. I guess we'd be in sort of triangle. We didn't get like a real bearish breakout here. And we're definitely retracing more than this, what I was supposing could be impulse 1. And so I'm thinking that maybe we're just building into a bigger wave B here. I don't think this is wrong. I just think that this is bigger than I anticipated, right? A, and then B has 3 waves, 1, 2, and 3. There it is. Wave C is motive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty clear through here. We reached just about overbought in the RSI at the top of a corrective motive wave. Nailed it. And now we'll be going down and looking for new impulse heading lower. Looks like we still don't get bearish continuation till 255. Really, I think we can fairly say that's down here towards 260. Let's see what we got. Bear flag, anyone? Bear flag, bear flag, bear flag. I don't know. Looks kind of flaggy. Let's go to the 1 hour charts and zoom out. Topping out. We're starting to come down a little bit. This looks like... trying to think if I can get a different chart pattern analysis through here. I don't think I can. I think I like my count on Tesla. Let's zoom way out. Oh, and my Capvision chart, what I'm showing is a big A, B, and C in Tesla coming down. And then this is actually wave X. So I'm forecasting a complex measured move down through here, topping towards 280 actually. And I don't need the extension up. We can always turn the extension off. Interesting, right? Of course, when the RSI reaches overbought like this, it's like it could be a kickoff. We could be seeing more motive coming, but that happened up here too. And actually, we saw this big reversal. So I'm going to kind of dismiss that. I really think this is a pretty good analysis. It really is. And instead of getting this horizontal triangle through here, what we got was a zigzag instead. Let's just do a little analysis through here. Yeah, that looks pretty good, right? Bottoming just under 100%. And now we're topping at 280. Wow, what on earth could send Tesla down? What on earth could send Tesla down? Why do I feel like that's like, because, you know, SpaceX and Tesla and Earth. Anyway, so yeah, looking like we're peaking here on Tesla. Let's make the rounds. Let's hit everything. I haven't looked at SLV in a long time, and I haven't even worked on this chart for a while. I probably should, but I don't know. I've just been kind of trying not to look at it. Mostly, I just want to see silver and gold explode. Let's see. Do I have a lot on here? No. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna clear this drawing set off, and let's talk about this thing right here, right? Oh yes. I'm gonna slice through those two tops, and let's see. Do I think this is a leading diagonal triangle? Probably do. I probably do. I want to say yes. I want to say yes. Can I please? Oh, I would hate for that to be the case, though. Doesn't it just look kind of channel-y, actually? Looks more like a channel. I mean, that's pretty bullish all in of itself, right? And this is not silver. This is SLV, of course. I'm seeing overbought right here twice with bullish divergence. This is probably motive wave. This could be a C wave. This could be a B wave. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B. This doesn't look like C. This looks like X. A, B, C. That doesn't look. No, this looks motive. This looks motive, and this looks motive. How can they both be motive? Unless they're both C waves. So this could be C of B. This could be 1, 2, 3 of B. This could be A, 1, 2, 3 for B, and then C. Wow, 1, 2. That's a convoluted count. That is a convoluted count. If this is C of B, A, B, C. Oh my God. This is a hard one. This is why chart pattern analysis is nice. You can just look at this and be like, yeah, this is obviously an inverted head and shoulder of some sort, right? Or maybe even we could, you know, put some sort of triangle through here, A, B, C, D, and E, where E overthrows, we got an underthrow. Double busted pattern. You can do that on Bulkowski's website, thepatternsight.com. He shows how to do that, use double busted patterns. But really, it's this 3-wave impulse through here. 5. This could be 4 and 5. This could be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. This is a motive wave with a third wave extension in which we get back to back 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, but we get a truncated fifth. That gives us this weird 3-wave and this dip, in which case this can be A, B, which looks oddly motive, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's A, B, and then extension side or down for C, and then we get C at the higher degree. And then we get, let's see, that could end up here. 1, 2, 3. See, I gotta do a solid wave count on SLV. There's a lot of sideways grind through here, but we definitely are getting higher lows and higher highs, certainly in an uptrend. On the daily time frame, we get a nice solid peak here. This could be the top of a corrective trend too. That's the important thing to remember. Gonna need to look at SLV a lot more in the future. GLD is similar. It's just like, can I get a blank chart through here? Do I have any blank charts? Let's clear this drawing set out. This is another chart. It looks a little better though, honestly. This looks like wave 1 extension 2, and we could be starting like 1 of 3, 2 of 3, looking for 3, 4, and 5 of 3 at that higher wave degree. Bearish divergence, let's see, occurs from these two peaks. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 5 kind of extends a lot. And then A, B, and C. This is kind of what I expect. this looks clear to me. This looks like we're starting a corrective trend here. Let's put an uptrend through the chart. Yeah, that broke, obviously, because we are in a corrective trend, right? So we're probably looking for another motive wave heading down to 170. That's okay, though. This probably means the dollar is reversing, which I suspected it may. We are, after all, just kind of traveling through these converging trend lines at the moment. And yeah, that really could be a bullish thing. It really could. In a corrective trend, you hit this oversold level once, probably at this level. That makes sense. This could be 1, 2, and 3. 5. 1, 2, 3. 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this could be leading, actually, which would be pointing down, but maybe A, B, C, D, and E. Maybe we get overthrow at point E, and then we form wave B, and C pushes down. And that would be saying that we would watch the precious metals drop as the dollar overthrows its leading diagonal triangle, and then off to the races we go as the dollar falls. That could be an easy way to correlate those charts. This also gives us a little more upside probably in SPY, or at least a sideways correction in SPY while we form these sorts of corrections. Not everything's going to have like a perfect correlation, but you know, it's all good. We can at least get an idea of what's going on. So that was SLV and GLD and the dollar. Let's go look at NVIDIA. I've been waiting for NVIDIA to form a top and pass a critical bearish reversal level, and I don't think it's done that, but it's getting close to it. Wave B extended, obviously. That happens a lot. Just like I just made that same move in Tesla, right? Okay, we're not done with our corrective B wave yet. That's fine. Well, we're waiting for bearish reversal at 437. I can comfortably move that up to 443 now. Looking for a bearish flag through here as well. Perhaps it's actually happening in some sort of reverse triangle. And this tool is kind of demonstrating that. Maybe I can just use it like to draw the top of that chart pattern. Reverse triangle through here, maybe reverse triangle through here, and just maybe I can even just like. But then my target gets moved around. You see how I don't want to move my targets like that. But it'd be nice if I could use this tool to draw both trend lines and the extension. Okay. Dumb. You get what I'm going for. Wave B happening in some sort of diagonal that's backwards. As I say, is expanding. Price is getting ready to make a big move here. 425 would make sense to me once we pass 443. 454, price is spinning on this level after we topped out up here. Okay. Yeah, NVIDIA starting to find a top. Let's go check Google. I was looking at the Google chart, and on a big time frame, it looks like Google's getting ready to make a big move. It looks like we're in a high and tight flag right now. We'll see what happens. Let me zoom out onto the daily time frame here. I'm expecting this to come down for wave C. It doesn't have to. This motive wave that I have, this could be beginning of correction. B, we just don't have wave C yet. And this looks, I could reanalyze this and check this out. In which case, I'd be saying A, B, and C, and then we'd be looking for a new motive wave heading higher. This just doesn't look very motive to me yet. It doesn't. We still really haven't broken this downtrend. Price is piercing through it now, but there are still two more steps to trend reversal. One is backtest. The next is new high. If we get something like this, then we'll be relabeling the charts to show A, B, and C, and we'll figure out where we get the motive wave count to end through here. Again, it's hard because wave 4 can't retrace wave 1, but if this is going to be a wave 1, everything goes through it. So it's got to be a wave A. And then we got wave B and C. I mean, it just gets weird. The counts get weird and convoluted. I really feel like what we're doing through here is we're breaking a bearish divergence, and we're going to find a high, a significant high. Maybe we're looking at waves 1, 2, and then we're extending into 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then we'll come down for 4, and then 5, and then we'll start moving down again. But right now, it's looking pretty good, isn't it? It's looking pretty good. Let's go check out CVNA. Carvana. I think I was saying Caravan earlier, which is funny. We're definitely starting to move into correction, but we aren't really pushing down yet. We get bearish continuation at 43.01. Price is grinding up against it right now. We haven't seen a breakout yet. Still waiting for that. At 719, I was like, correction soon. And basically the next day, price started heading lower. So there you go. Not much to say or to see or there. Let's go to IWM next. IWM seems to be peaking out, just like everything else is. Let's go into the hourly time frame. Let's back out again into the daily. Yeah, I'm seeing a triangle form through here. If IWM flips bullish, then we'll relabel the chart to show that we have finished wave 4 at this is the intermediate degree. But I really think we're looking at a wave B extension through here, and we'll get that wave C, which will basically be this guy over here. And this is what I'm looking for. Nice little stair stepping down. Brutal, right? Brutal, but another wave of inflation and a recession and an economic slowdown in China would certainly do that, wouldn't it? But that's like worst case scenario stuff. Let's go check out AMD while we're looking at charts. I was expecting sideways grind after we peaked out up here, and we're getting that sideways grind. And I'll finagle this chart later. Let's zoom into the hourly really quick. That looks better. A, B. I bet you we finished. I bet you C is done, actually. Like these targets, those probably aren't going to happen. And this is probably 4 right there. And then do I have C floating around? I don't have a C floating around. So we're going to put a C down here. And we're starting our triangle. I bet you we're starting this triangle right now. And this is what I was showing earlier on PLBY, where it's like you got these smaller wave degrees finishing up. And then you're going to have those completing the bigger wave degrees. And then those bigger wave degrees are going to go into correction, you know, and on you go, forming these patterns. AMD, NVIDIA, Tesla, IWM. We've looked at AMC and PLBY. Let's go check on a couple of these really quickly. AMC, it's coming back up to that downtrend, but we're kind of losing steam, it looks like. Surround the candles, get a little closer. You know, it's... yeah, man, it's moving like a penny stock more these days. More like PLBY, which isn't a penny stock, but it's a lot closer to being a penny stock. Hey, we're still going up. We're going up. That's good. I like to see that. Looks like we really did finish wave 2 back here, and we are in a new motive wave pushing higher. 1, 2, this is all 3. Looking for 4 and 5. We get bullish continuation at $2, and yeehaw if we get that, right? It'd be cool if the price more or less followed that. That'd be awesome. Whew, okay. No worries, T-Man. You do what you gotta do. I'm thinking my voice is tired. It's been an hour and a half. You know, sometimes I go for 2 hours, but man, I'm feeling it today. Feeling it today. Thank you for watching, everybody. It's been a great time. I'll keep track of the charts and keep making videos and pumping out analysis as much as I can before I get another job. When I do get another job, I'll do my best to stay with it. I really enjoy having a